Hello students, I am Dr. Shilpashri and welcome to my channel Study Management. In this video, we will be studying about the 14 principles of management given by Henri Fayol. At the end of this video, some simple ways to remember the 14 principles are also provided. So let's get started. Henri Fayol, mining engineer by profession, was born in 1941 in France. He was a pioneer in the field of management education. He was one of the most influential contributors to modern concepts of management. He developed the administrative theory of management. Henri Fayol is considered as a father of general management. Fayol looked at the problems of managing an organization from top management point of view. Now, let us go through the 14 principles of management given by Henri Fayol. They are division of work, authority and responsibility, discipline, unity of command, unity of direction, subordination of individual interest to the general interest, remuneration, centralization, Scalar chain, order, equity, stability of tenure of personnel, initiative, and Esprit de corps. The first principle is division of work. It involves dividing the work into small parts among various departments and employees according to their abilities and skills. This division of work can be applied at all levels of the organization. Division of work leads to specialization and thereby tends to increase the efficiency of the employee. Division of work helps to avoid waste of time and effort. This picture gives an overview of the employees working at the administrative level. They have been assigned different tasks and all of them are engaged in executing the duties assigned to them. The second important principle is authority and responsibility. Now, before we understand the principle of authority and responsibility, we need to understand what exactly is the term authority and responsibility. Now, the right to give order is called as authority, and the obligation to accomplish or complete the given task is called as responsibility. Now, under authority, there are two types. Official authority, which is the authority to command, and it is derived from the position that the manager holds. And other type of authority is the personal authority. It is the authority of the individual manager, which is derived from his personal qualities. In order to discharge the responsibility properly, the principle suggests that there should be a proper balance or parity between both authority and responsibility. Authority is always given by the manager and the responsibility and accountability is on the part of the employee. The next important principle is discipline. Discipline means obeying and respecting the rules of the organization. This principle emphasizes that subordinates should respect their superiors and obey their orders. Fayol considered discipline as absolutely essential for the smooth running of the business. For maintaining discipline, there should be good supervisors at all levels of management. There has to be clear and fair agreements with the employees and judicious use of penalties in case any mistakes occur by the employees. The next principle is unity of command. According to this principle, every subordinate should receive orders and should be accountable to one superior only. If an employee receives orders from more than one superior, it is likely to create confusion and conflict. Fayol has considered unity of command as an important aspect in managing an organization. This picture shows that the staff receiving orders from one boss is always the right approach. The staff receiving orders from more than one boss is always the wrong approach, which will lead to confusion and conflict. The next important principle is unity of direction. According to this principle, there should be one head and one plan for a group of activities having the same objective. All related activities should be put under one group. There should be one plan of action for them, and they should be under the control of one single manager. In the absence of this principle, there may be wastage, over expenditure, and rivalry within the organization. Subordination of individual interests to the general interest. This principle suggests that while taking any decision, the general interest, that is the interest of the organization as a whole, should be preferred over the individual interests. In other words, individual employees should put aside their personal interests and rather they should work for the interest of the organizational goals. The next important principle is remuneration. According to this principle, employees should get fair remuneration for their services. The employee should be paid fair wages which should give them at least a reasonable standard of living. Fair remuneration provides satisfaction to both employees and the firm. In other words, remuneration should be just and equitable. This will ensure friendly atmosphere and harmonious relations between the workers and the management. The next important principle is centralization. Centralization implies the concentration of decision-making authority at the top management. Sharing of authority with lower levels is called as decentralization. This principle refers to the extent to which authority should be centralized or decentralized in an organization. In small concerns, a single manager can supervise the work of the subordinates easily, while in a big organization, control is divided among a number of persons. Thus, centralization is more in small concerns and it is less in big concerns. The next principle is scalar chain. The line of authority from top management to the lowest management is known as the scalar chain. Communication with regard to orders and feedbacks follow this chain. It creates superior subordinate relationship among the employees in the organization. According to this principle, for effective management, the scalar chain should be as short as possible. Fayol suggested a concept called as gangplank, using which an employee may contact the other employee from the same department and discuss the issue with due permission from his immediate superior in case of an emergency. In this picture, A holds the highest level of authority as he is in the topmost level. Any communication from the highest to the lowest level should flow through the chain wherein A communicates to his subordinate B, B to his subordinate C, and C to his subordinate D. Similarly, on the other side, A will first communicate to E, E to his subordinate F, and F to his subordinate G. If in case D has to communicate any information to G who is at the same level, he cannot directly contact G. He should first report to his immediate superior C, and C will communicate it to B, B to A, and again the communication will flow from A to E, E to F, and finally to G. This is due to the scalar chain principle. Since it is a time-consuming process, Fayol suggested gangplank wherein D can directly contact G and communicate the information. But it is essential that both D and G inform their respective immediate superiors C and F regarding the communication. The next principle is order. Order means a place for everything and everything in its place. According to this principle, in order to ensure smooth flow of work and efficient use of physical and human resources, people and materials should be in the right place and at the right time. If there is a fixed place for everything and it is present there, then there will be no hindrance in the activities of the organization. This will lead to increased productivity and efficiency. Orderliness will also avoid wastage of time and resources. The next principle is equity. Equity is a combination of justice and kindness. This principle states that managers should give equal, fair, and kind treatment to their employees. Managers should be fair and impartial when dealing with employees. This will ensure loyalty and devotion among the employees towards the organization. Under the principle of equity, it is important we understand the difference between equality and equity. In the first picture, all three individuals are given same level of block to reach the fruit from the tree. But only the first person is able to pluck the fruit due to his height. This is equality. Equality means sameness, giving everyone the same thing. It only works if everyone starts from the same place. In the second picture, as you can see, all the three individuals are able to reach the fruit as they are given blocks according to their heights. This is equity. Equity means fairness, access to same opportunities. We must first ensure equity before we can enjoy equality. Similarly, even in an organization, employees should be given equal and fair treatment based on their capabilities. The next principle is stability of tenure of personnel. According to this principle, employee turnover should be minimized to maintain organizational efficiency. Time is required for an employee to get used to the new work and succeed in doing it well. The employee should be kept at their post or position for a minimum fixed tenure. There should not be frequent termination of employees. They should be given reasonable time to show the results. This will create a feeling of security among the employees and reduce their tension. The next important principle is initiative. According to this principle, the subordinates should be encouraged to take initiative in solving work-related problems. This will give the subordinates the satisfaction and help them to develop better in the organization. Organization should have an employee suggestion system whereby the initiative of suggestions that have been given by the employees that result in the substantial cost or time reduction should be recognized and rewarded. The last principle is Esprit de Corps. It is a French term which means union is strength. Fayol suggested that there should be a team spirit in the organization and all the employees must consider themselves as members of the organization. Managers should try to build team spirit and unity among the employees for achieving the organizational goals. Unity among the employees can be accomplished by proper communication. Here are some easy ways to remember the 14 principles. You can memorize the following mnemonic ID code USSR USA, wherein each of the letter indicates one principle. I initiative, D division of work, E equity, C centralization, O order, D discipline, Esprit de Corps, U unity of command, S subordination of individual interest to general interest, S scalar chain, R remuneration, U unity of direction, S stability of tenure of personnel, A authority and responsibility. Another simple way to remember the 14 principles is by memorizing the following sentence wherein a child is asking his father, "Dad, you see USSR?" And the father replies, "Oh, I see." Each of the letters in the mnemonic indicates one principle. D. Division of work. A. Authority and responsibility. D. Discipline. U. Unity of command. C. Centralization. U. Unity of direction. S. Subordination of individual interest to general interest. S. Scalar chain. R. Remuneration. O. Order. I. Initiative. S. Stability of tenure. E. Equity. E. Esprit corps. Here, I have listed few of the books on management written by different authors for your further reading and understanding. I hope you have enjoyed watching my video. Thanks for watching. Please do like, share and subscribe to my channel.